Mode.
Well, hello and welcome everyone to the Crazy Cash Club Update webinar for this week. My name is Roger McIntyre. My business partner and best friend is Martin Morse, and we have some really exciting information for you today. We do appreciate you being here. We sent an email on this one, and the room is filling up rather fast, so we're not going to waste any of your time on this weekend, and we're going to go ahead and get right to it. I hand it over to Martin. Martin?
All right. Thank you, Roger. Thank you all for coming on this Saturday, and we'll try to get this going and get you out and enjoying the rest of your day. Thank you for showing up, though. I really appreciate that. All right. So this is going to be a little bit different type of webinar. And so we can go back to the Platinum World Team Build and what we're going to do with that. And also what we're going to be doing here can also help with the $25 legacy and some other things that we're going to be doing, including the new club we were telling you about. So it's going to be, it's pretty jam-packed, but this webinar is pretty much going to be about the Platinum World Team Build. Okay, so we got a lot of members in that there. I think things have calmed down enough. We know where it all stands and everything, and they did their compression and stuff like that. So now what we got to do is start building, especially for those members who haven't sponsored anyone. You don't have anyone below you. You didn't get any spillover, and you never got you're able to get people yourself. You know you need to get at least 2 people in order to start withdrawing the funds that you do receive there. So we already know what the product is. We know how great the product is, and that's worth the fund right there. But we also want to make money with the affiliate program, right? We all want to get our $166,000. I know I do. I know you do. That's what we want to do. So we have to make it grow. This is one of those businesses where you have to help the people below you so they can grow. So it pushes it up so you can grow, right? I can't get money. Roger can't get money unless everyone is filling in their spots down below too, right? So, but a lot of people need help with that. Now, they are giving training classes at Platinum World Team Build. If you've been going to the group there, they got one of the top team builders, MLM team builders. They're giving his classes with there. They post that up there, and also they have another one scheduled on the 10th. So that's something else to look at too. It's really great for team building, but we also want to do advertising. A lot of people join Platinum World Team Build from advertisements that they saw, and we're going to be continually testing our new advertising sources and everything. So the last one that we did test, I was able to, in a 24-hour period, to bring in over 240,000 visitors to my site, actual clicks where they saw an advertisement and clicked it, right? So everyone that signed up because they wanted to, right? So they weren't incentivized. They have no incentive, there you go, to join Platinum World Team Build. So anyone that joins does it because they want to. So, but that was a real good test. I did some testing with other products and services, so that did pretty good too. So I really got it down to 3 different types of advertising that we want to do. So what we're going to introduce is we're going to do a co-op. We're going to start with our group. So why we should, that's us, right? Instead of everybody else there, let's start off with our group. And excuse me. And then we're going to start the co-op there. And this first co-op is going to be quite different from any other co-op we've done before. This is not going to be just a one-type shot and boom, it's over. Hope it does good. So we did some, like I said, we've done testing in 3 different areas. So we're going to try to do it as a co-op. Now, we're going to do the first co-op is going to be directing people directly to your page. And so the page that we're going to want to do is your second URL, which Roger was telling me, Ramon said that he's in the process of changing that page. That's the one with the video and stuff like that. And it's not just to the landing page, because the landing page is not really a great page just to send people to, right? So when we create the ads, and we're going to be plastering these ads out there, when people see the ads and they click on them, the ads can't have too much. You know, it's quite expensive. That's why you do a co-op anyway. But the ads can't say very much. It's to give them to the page. The page should do all the selling. The page should do the converting. So that second page is pretty good, but it's still a little bit outdated. So they are fixing that up. So that's Roger was able to brief me on that today. So that's really good. So that'd be an updated page that we can direct people to, and then if they like it, they click the button, it goes to your sign up page and they join up underneath you. So our job is try to get as many people to go there as possible. So that's what the first test is. It's going to be like that. The second part of our co-op is we're creating our own site, our own page, not a site, a page, video, talking about it, really selling the benefits of the product itself and the money-making opportunity. It's really two different niches. We're going to see if we can combine them together. I think it's going to be more toward the business opportunity seekers, more of the want to make money at home seekers first, and then sell them on what the program does about the unlimited web pages, what the landing pages mean, how to create your own funnels, all this stuff where other people are paying up to over $3,000 per year, and that they can get for just $100 for 1 year. For this year, that's what it is. So, and then bring and talk about the money making opportunity. So in that particular one, we're also going to let them get in on to put their name and email address to get on a list. The list, once they get on there, the list will be have about 2 months worth of follow-up email, talking about how great it is, what they're missing out, you know, all the good marketing techniques, right? Because look, let me ask you a question. If you go and just see a page and you kind of like it, right? Maybe you can't take action, right? Have you ever seen that before? And then maybe later down the road you say, oh man, I saw some cool page. I wanted to take advantage of that, but I was too busy. And then you try to remember what it is, and you bang your head and say, where is it? You know, and you can't figure it out. You know, stuff like that happens. But if they do have a place where they can leave their name and email address and have it sent to them, a lot of times you've done that, and then when you forgot about the page, you got the email reminder, oh, that's what I wanted. And it's okay, that's cool. That's what I'm going to do. But you don't take action right then. And maybe a couple of days later, you get another email from them, hey, you know, we're still here, we're doing this, and you go, oh yeah, I want to do that. Not right now though, I still got something else to do, right? So maybe 14 emails later, you say, man, I better get on this. They keep reminding me, and then you buy. So what happens with that type of advertising is the longer people are on the list getting the follow-up emails, the more likely they're going to buy. And then once they do that, they're more likely to do things over and over again. So that's what we want to do with the second part of the co-op. So the first co-op is getting everybody out to your pages. We're going to see how well that works. The second co-op is going to be there, and all the follow-up emails only contain one email, which is to the co-op rotator. So if you're in the co-op, so if you have one of those 50 seats there, those 50 spots that we're going to be giving, you will be in there on all the emails. So when they come up to it, keeps rotating. So this person gets you this time. If you like, he buys it, right? So the first one, everyone's still going to be in a co-op, but the first one will take it directly to your pages. The second co-op will have to do with the, well, it's still this part of the first co-op, but the second test of the co-op is to the pages we're making and the follow-up emails. Again, that's going to be to the co-op link, so you can get hold of people. You may get sales up to 60 days later, right, from that right there. And the third thing we're going to do, we just added this. It's not even, I made a little page so you guys can order the co-op for those of you that want to be part of that. We're also going to do a new professional press release about Platinum World Team Build to a page that we're making, again, that where if people want to click through to it, it goes through the co-op link. So we got 3 different ways that we're going to be able to send hundreds of thousands of people directly to this. And then with the co-op up there on the press release, hopefully that will bring in more and more people. So we're going to have to do, we may even do a second co-op because a second press release, because I do want to do one that has Platinum World Team Build in there as far as one of the keywords, because when people start seeing that and they go there, they'll see this first. And then a press release has a lot more excitement there. We're going to try to get a picture on there and everything with the press release. So so that will be put there by Google. And then also the other one that has some more of the product itself, because that's going to be more directed toward there. And then we're going to see which of all the areas bring in the most benefit, the most sign-ups and everything for us. So this will be this particular co-op that we're doing, that when we do it, it'll last for over 60 days as we do all the different types of testing and do the different types of advertising. So I'm really excited about this one. I think it's going to work out really, really good. So but that's what the plan is. So the first plan, like I said, will be going to directly to the your page when they click the link. If you come up on the co-op, when you're in the co-op and they click the link, if you're in that rotator and your name comes up, it's going to take them to that page first. I'm going to do checking to see how long it's going to take them to update that. Hey Roger, let me ask you this: did he say he was just going to update it, or he had already updated? Did you find that out?
I believe, excuse me, I believe it said on the Facebook group there that he was going to remake it, and I think he said it would be through the 7th. Somebody out there may be able to correct me and type it in the questions. I thought he said it would be available by the 7th. He's redoing the video and I guess changing where it says pre-launch and all that, updating that. So yes, somebody, Donna Falcon says yes, May 7th. So yes, May 7th is what I read.
Okay, good, because we want to get this done as soon as possible. I don't want to take more than a week to get this first part started of the co-op. So we're going to be jumping out there and doing that. So, excuse me, I forgot the exact date. It was in the email I sent everybody last night as well. But we're not going to take more than a week, and we're going to get that first one started. Then we'll start seeing what the results we get. But I'm really excited about this, the way we're doing it, and the fact that we're going to do over different types of advertising media on this one, and we'll be able to track it really good. Now, what's really important though, if you do decide to get on the co-op, you're going to need to send us an email to freemegatraffic@gmail.com. And Roger can type that in there for you. It's called freemegatraffic@gmail.com with the URL that you want to use, which will be the second URL in your back office, not the first one. You want to go to where it goes to that video, because you got 2 URLs there. So, but wait and see if it changes. It shouldn't change. He's changing just the video. But so we'll wait on that. But if you want tracking with that, you're going to have to give us a link that does the tracking for you. And matter of fact, we may be able to help you out with that. Send another email if you need help with the tracking link, where to go. And what all that does is and you know, they even got Bitly and stuff like that. You just take your URL, pop it in there, and then it gives you a shorter URL. Plus, if you log in, then you can track it. It'll tell you how many people have clicked on your link. So it kind of will help you track that there. Because let's say if we on our first one here, we want to limit it to just 50 seats or 50 spots. I'm willing to go a little bit over that for some members who couldn't make it to the webinar, but the people in the webinar get first shot at it, and that's how it always is like that. Now, I know some people had certain emergencies, and I'm making concessions just for them, but it was a true emergency. So, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you the URL where you can go and you can sign up. And what we're doing is you can get 1 spot, 3 spots, 6 spots, and 15 spots. That's a big test that we're doing. The people that get the 15 spots, we're also going to do a little bit extra advertising just for them as well. That's a new one that we haven't added on there as well. But let me go to the page here. And Roger, if you can put that link in for everybody. I'm going to put it over here.
Yeah, I'll put it.
Okay, just a regular simple page. I try to write out everything that we're going to be doing with it. And hopefully you can see this here. And but we got the different spots here. They're all right here. You can get these spots. Like I said, now we're going to do it. We're going to limit it to 50. I don't really want to go over that. Now, if by chance we got a ton of people jumped in and we went over 100, then I'll be willing to go ahead and split it up into 2 separate advertising groups. And so maybe we can start the one group with the second part of the advertising first, and then the first group with the first one going directly to the pages, but something like that. But if we had a lot there, but we would like to limit the size to just about 50. that gives much more uh, results for you. You know, instead of having 100 people in there doing that. Now, if we did anything bigger than that, then we're going to go to a much higher advertising package. But I'm really excited about this because of the fact that we're going to be able to do all the different types of, at least the three main ones, directly to your page, then to our own particular squeeze page funnel that we're going to be putting together, get people on the list, follow-up emails over 2 months. That's going to be pretty amazing right there. And then so that can get you sign-ups and sales over that 2-month period. And of course, we're going to be doing the press release. Again, I might do 2 press releases, one more toward a business opportunity type thing, the other one directly toward the product itself. I think the product will be really good. If we get a great result off the product, so, you know, as long as you get a sign up, right, you got to sign up, you're going to get the $100 from that person, right? It starts filling that in there. But what would be good with it, if it works really, really good, when those new people come in, you can direct them to the co-ops, and then we'll start expanding the co-ops into 1 co-op, 2 co-op, 3 co-op, and expanding the advertising. Then if that happens, we should start seeing a lot of growth. And so this is, I think this is probably the best way to get it out there and get it going, at least especially for people that are too busy, they can't set up their stuff themselves, or you know, not you know, this is a great program for network marketing, right? Team building, talking to people. Sometimes you don't have time to do that. You're working 1 job, 2 jobs, stuff like that. You can't do it, or you just don't know what to do. You know, period. You know, you're new. If you're new, how can you be expected, right? But you still want to make money, right? You want to make money with this regardless of how much you know about it, right? That's why you joined it. You saw the opportunity, it excited you, you joined it, and now you're part of it, and you want to get that type of emotion out to other people so they can see the opportunity, they can see the product, they can get excited about it, and they take you up on the offer, and they go into the same things. If this will help people out, then that's what we want to do, and then we can expand it it's a lot bigger than it is right now. So anyway, so that's the main part of this webinar today, is about the Platinum Team Build Co-op. Actually, I think this co-op will do even better for like $25 legacy. So we're going to be doing one in the future for that as well, for $25 legacy. I still use the program. Roger still uses the program. There's a lot of people still in it. I know some people dropped out, but people are using it because they get results with it. And that I can sit there and sell that sucker all day. And I think off of this type of co-op for that, it will do even better than what the Platinum World Team Build, just for the fact that the price is lower. Even though it's a monthly fee, it's still lower than the one-time annual fee, right? But either way, both programs should do well. So that's something we'll be doing in the future. So also, if you are interested in a co-op later, let's do this one, let's concentrate on here, let's get the people here, let's start making the money with this here, and then we'll do the one for the $25 legacy. But if you are interested in that, just let me know. As a matter of fact, right here, that's a real fast tally. If you're interested in one for $25 legacy as well, just say yes, or just type in $25 to 25 DL or something like that, just so I can see how many people might be interested in that. And then we'll start working on that too, and we'll contact you guys first. But anyway, this is, like I said, it's really exciting. The people that had emailed us prior said they wanted to be part of this for the co-op and everything that we talked about. You guys got a shot too. You're right there because you just sent us those emails when we talked about last time. But if this is something you want to do, you want to start trying to get people into the downline and be part of this big package for advertising, just go ahead and get it. Once we get our quota there, I'm going to go ahead and I'll probably hide this page. I'll transfer it and say coming. The next one's coming soon. Okay, I'll do that. I will send out an email tonight about it to let people know about the co-op as well for the ones that weren't here. And of course, I'll put a link underneath the webinar. So when we have our webinar, you know how we always do it, right? Where we're at. That's this one here. That's where we always do our updates. When I put our okay, I know I'm doing a webinar. It's getting slower. Okay, so when I put it up here, I'll put a link down here like this here, where you can get to the get the co-op. The co-op gets too big. we reach our quota, I'm going to go ahead and remove that link. So, and then it'll be coming, or actually I'll leave the link. I'll just go to that we're full, get ready for the next one, and then we'll do something like that. And I might even start a list of y'all that missed it. But like I said, we want to test this one, so the next one won't be anytime soon. We want to get this one out there, tested, and going. And as soon as we get any type of really good positive results with it, then we can talk about doing $25 legacy as well. So that's just one of the things we're doing here, so we can get more people with that. And about, I'm trying to find the best day. Probably, I'm thinking about either Friday or week Friday. We'll go, or maybe Friday, next Friday, or this coming Friday, to give the class here on the Underdog 5.0, so we can get that going, so you can see the tips and tricks that Roger and I are doing, and we'll show you exactly what we're doing there. We got really good results with the free proxies, by the way, and even use them over 1 or 2 days, so I didn't have to replace them every single day, and just lightning speed. So we found how to get the results faster, especially through Craigslist and stuff like that, how to get the results really fast. And with using these particular proxies, it didn't cost us a penny. They didn't have to do the suggested $10 a month for 10. I know those you never have to worry about changing, but if this working, like if you every other day replace them with 10 free ones, right? And we show you exactly where it's at. You don't have to pay for it, unless you just don't want to bother with it, then you can do that. But so we're going to show the tips and tricks that we're doing, so you can make more money with it, especially if you want to start doing the Upwork, the Guru.coms, and things of that nature. Those are where the big money is. You go there and search there for the logos and things like that, graphics. I mean, there's so many things you can do, ebook covers, presentations, like PowerPoint presentations. There are all sorts of stuff out there that you can make a lot of money with, and you don't have to do the work. That's why so many people got this program and they're making money with it. I really like that one, and we're always going to tell people about this. Is going to be a package. As long as it keeps working, we're going to keep recommending this one, because this one is so cool. So I think we'll have that next Friday. I'll send out an email, and I'll post it under special updates down here also, when we're going to have the class for that. So if you bought that from us, from our link that we gave you, then what we're going to do is go ahead and you'll be part of that class. And I think you'll like it. It's really, really cool. Got really good feedback with it. Some people found it confusing at first, but I think when you're right there live and you get to walk through it and someone's showing it to you, it makes it a lot easier, especially if you're not really used to being on the computer running these type of programs and everything. Just to take you by the hand a little bit and work with you makes a whole lot of difference, because not everyone has spent years and years and years and years like I have on the computer doing web pages, doing coding, things of that nature, right? And so you just need a little extra help. And there's nothing to be ashamed about that, by the way, either. I wish someone would have done that for me. I know Roger does too when we first started out. Matter of fact, when I first started out, I made web pages out of notebook, or a notepad, I mean, and I had to learn it from what other people were doing, and trial and error. What does this code do? What does this code? That's how I learned my coding. I didn't know coding back then, and I would do that. Oh, and I started making web pages in Notepad, and I was selling them to businesses. I found out how to put a picture on it, and not back then they didn't have pictures. It was almost all words, and I was out there selling one single web page with a picture for a business, and they were paying me like $1,200. That was around, I would say probably around 1994, 95 time frame. Big difference, huh? Now anyone can sit there, especially if you're playing World Team Build, right? You got the product right there. You can make those pages. Just drag and drop, put it here, type what you want, add your get response, mail trip, whatever, stuff like that. It's really cool. But that was back then, so sorry, I'm regressing here. But anyway, when we come back, if something works, we're going to keep at it. So right now, we'll try to do this on Friday. Again, don't forget there's the link right there. It's to the Platinum World Team Build Co-op. So if you want that, go ahead and get that. If you do order from the webinar, if you're here at the webinar, you are guaranteed a spot. If you're a person that during the webinar, we promise you that. If you get too many orders but not quite enough to hold two, then we'll have to wait for that next one. But this is going to be really exciting with through all those 3 different types of advertising that I just told you about, and we're going to see how that works. So I'm really excited about that, and I want to see it grow and people can start, making money and push that money up. Again, if you're a bronze member and you have $200 in your account, upgrade to silver, because you can't collect any money unless you're at least silver. You can't even get your first 300 unless you're silver. So that does nothing for you by having it sit there. And that 200 gets passed up to not the person right above you, but the person right above him. That person gets the 200. Just like 2 people below you is going to do the same thing for you. But if you don't have anyone below you, then I think the co-op will be a good first start there as we work. And with 50 people or 50 spots there, if not, because if you buy multiple spots, there might be less than 50 people, but that's fine. The people with the more spots will get the most exposure, but it's easier for us to help you more personal, like with this first co-op. Once we get the co-op running smoothly, then we can open it up to masses. Just think what that we can do. Maybe we can talk to Ramon, and maybe he would get excited about it too and offer it to everybody in Platinum World Team Build. And if that happens, then we can see a lot of results, because some of the people underneath you are not in Crazy Cash Club, but they're over there. Matter of fact, if you want to, if you sponsored people, give them on this webinar, or at least make sure they come back and they watch the recording. It's going to be right here. This will be up here tonight. It'll be right down here. It'll say new, and it'll talk about the Platinum World Team Build Co-op, and that's what the title would be. And so they can come here and take a look at that too. So the more people we can have participate, we get at least those 50 seats going. I think that's enough to really go out there, hit the major advertising, and see if we can get the same type of results that we were getting with our other type of advertising through some of these agencies. So, but anyway, that's what I got for you. I was going to talk about our new group and stuff. I think that's enough for today because it's already been half an hour. But we are working on the new group, and then remember, it's a group that you get paid for every person you refer, and it's really cool. There's 2 different ways to get paid on people that you refer, but once they join, you get paid for every single person. Not this person, maybe this person, but you get paid for every single person. It's a completely different concept, and really to teach people how to go out there and be marketers, people that want to take full control, know exactly what to do, and so they can do it themselves. And when you make enough money, you can pay others to do it, but you can make sure they're doing it right because you'll know what to do. That's what we got coming forward. So anyway, that's all I have for you today. Roger, do you have any last words you want to share with everybody before we go?
Yeah, a little bit. Mainly, I guess I want to do some clarification. Some members are asking. Let's see. There was one thing we would like to start doing, and I'll get Martin to address it. We're going to start doing. One person wanted to know if we would take Bitcoins for the co-op, and right now I don't believe we're set up for it, but we could be, and I'm going to get Martin to discuss that a little bit.
Yeah, not for this first co-op. We won't be able to. I'll see what we can do. We might be able to find a way that if you can just, if we have our own address, we have accounts, but we don't have business accounts. But if we can find some way just that you can just send to a link there, we could probably do that. So I'll check into that for you. I'm also going to be working on adding Payza. Just have to get that new account verified. I don't really like Payza, to be honest with you. We've had bad experience with them back in the past. Remember when they first shut down from going to using the United States? We had back then we had a lot of orders coming through Payza, and we were transferring like $17,000 to our bank account in the States, and that's when they shut down, and we lost all our money. It just disappeared. We still had to supply the services to our members, but we lost all the money, and that hurt, and that wasn't cool, and that really put us off there. But now I went back and did some more checking. They're much more stable. They do recognize all 50 states. A little bit different if you want to pay by credit card, because usually you have to create an account with Payza, then you add your credit card in Payza, and then you fund your account and PASA. You have to verify yourself. Like if from the U.S., they're going to ask you what your social security number is. That verifies you. And I think it gives you a $500 or a $1,000 limit that you can put in there from your credit card. And then when you hit the PASA button to go buy something, you can use your PASA balance. But, you know, I don't really like it that much. But we're going to be working on PASA. And we, as far as the Bitcoin is concerned, we'll see what we can find out. It may not be for this first one because, like I said, we might get enough orders as is, and we'll just go ahead and start the advertising. But I will check on that, and we'll find a solution for you as soon as possible. Okay, Roger?
Yeah, thanks, Martin. Good answer there. And two other quick questions. One, there may have been some confusion. They do not have to wait for the new landing page that Ramon will create in order to submit an order and submit, because the URL will still point to the right place. It's just a new page. So you can go ahead and send your landing page like we said. You don't have to wait for Ramon.
Right.
To fix it. Because it will be fixed. It will be the same URL. It will just be an updated version, a better, more updated, accurate version. So no, you don't have to wait. And let's see, there was one other good question. Oh, Emmett Daniel asks, for those of us with more than one Platinum World Team Build position, can we submit more than one URL for the co-op? That is, by 6 positions, submit up to 6 URLs.
That's a good question.
Good question.
Let's see here. If you, okay, the way, let's go back here. So this is how it's set up. Okay, 1 spot's 25, 3 spots there, 6 spots. Okay, yeah, let's say you want to do 6 spots and you had 6 URLs. I'll be willing to put all 6 in there, right? Because because if you're trying to advertise your business, if you got 6 spots, it's going to help your upline big time by getting things going for your 6 spots. If you got 15 spots, and let's say you had 5 positions, so you could do that too, and just do each position would get 3 each, right? But again, if you only have 1 URL, you can still have that URL there 15 times. So yeah, if you have multiple positions, just whatever you order, that's how many spots you get. Okay, so you got 2. If you got 2 URLs and you buy 6 spots, that means each URL will get 3 each. Okay, so that you're paying for the spots, you're not paying for a particular URL. Okay, so yeah, that'd be fine. That'd be fine.
Great question, Emmett. Thank you. And see, most of these are kudos. There's quite a lot of interest in a 25DL co-op. I'm sure you saw that there's several dozen yeses there, and a lot of people say both. So we're on the right track.
Yeah, and I think this will actually do much better right away for 25DL.
Oh man, this is gonna the one we got going right now with 3 different tests, and you get to be all part of all of them. We know one of them has just done really well. This is a great deal for people. It really is.
Okay. Well,
so I don't see any other really pertinent questions. We had the PESA question and the Bitcoin question, and okay. Here's another one. This kind of falls along the same lines. We could probably make this the last one if you want, Martin. Can we also divide our 15 spots? So I guess this person, Rob Metz, would be interested in buying 15 spots. Can we also divide our 15 spots to some of our personally sponsored downline? Like maybe pay it forward spot. So
yeah.
That sounds right. If you buy 15 spots and you submit us 15 URLs, 15 different landing pages, that's what you get. If you submit one, say I want 5 in mind, and these other 10 go to these people, as long as I think that would be fine, right, Martin?
Yes, but remember, you're responsible for getting their URL. Okay, and if you make a mistake with the URL and the advertising starts, if you tell us about it, we can go there and adjust it in the rotator, but but if anyone that went to the wrong page, you won't get credit while it's running. So make sure you get the URL correctly. If you make a mistake, contact us and we'll go back there and fix it. But like I said, I would like to give it a week, and so it's all down there, it's all smooth, and we get it started. And then once we get that one started, then we're building all the responders right now for the second part of it. So once we see what the results are from this first one, then we're going to go into the second one, and then we're going to go into the final one, which is it's the press releases, and I think that's going to be really cool. So anyway, when it comes to with the rotator, with the press release and stuff like that, since we're going to be doing press releases, and it does put it up there on Google and get you on top and stuff like that, that rotator that you're all in will stay pretty much permanently. It'll be a permanent thing to do it. When we do other testings for Platinum World Team Build that look pretty good, we'll do one test to that as well. So you should get on our future tests going by. If you're in this first co-op, you'll be able to benefit from future testings that we do, because we'll just use the co-op link. So like I said, I'm really excited about this, because what really helps me with this is that if it does help everyone down there, it's going to help me too, right? Because if you guys get more money, and if you happen to be below me or Roger, what's going to happen is the money's going to end up coming up to us too, right? So not only can you get people in there and you'll start making money, your upline starts making money. This is truly a team where you help your team members. And just like you were saying, if I could do 15 people and use theirs, can I do that? Yes, you can. That'd be very smart. Look for the people that have holes when you go into your structure, and you look at your structure, you see some people there have nobody, and nobody's, well, if he had 2, then and this guy passed his 2 up to him, this guy's going to send me 200. So let me help him so I can get my 200. Look at it that way, because you're helping them. But look at the ones, when you look at that structure, they got this guy, this guy, this guy, this. It goes on like that. Oh, this guy needs 2. If he did that, he would then have, he's already 100 in there. So his 200 goes up. Oh, will go up to me because he's on my second level. Cool. Let me get this guy going, get his money, get him his first 2 people in there. There you go, like that. And so now he gets in there, he gets his money, he upgrades. You got $200. And like I said, if you're silver, then you're going to get that first 500. You're going to get 300. You get to keep that, and then you go up to gold, right? Then you start taking all that until you make another $2,000 that you can take out. Then go up to platinum, and then just wait and start getting 2,000, 2,000, 2,000 until you get about $29,000, and then move in to the second phase. Then that gets really exciting. So yeah, so that's really good. So, but Roger, I got to get going. I have some stuff I got to do too. I got to go vote today. We had our local election, so I went and did that today. So took some of my time away, but I want to get back to work here. But any other last words, Roger, before we go?
Yes, sir, I do. Just real briefly, in the chat window of this webinar is the email address of where you send your URLs to after purchase. It is freemegatraffic@gmail.com. If anybody can't see that or can't get to the link is also for the co-op page is also in the chat window. If you can't see that or having trouble with that, just simply log into your Crazy Cash Club, open a support ticket. I'll be there to answer it right away.
Right.
And about all I got.
And there's the email that Roger was telling you about on the page itself. So you go to freemegatraffic.com/PWTB, all in caps. Then there's that email right there. So make sure you put it there, and then that way, just so we have the information that we need so we can complete the order, get this going. So let's get this going by next week, and so we can start seeing what the first results are, and then we'll jump into the second and then to the third. And so I'm excited. So I hope you are too. So anyway, get in there as soon as you can. Like I said, we're going to try to keep it to just 50 spots. Unless we get way over. I'm going to be sending an email tonight, and once I have it listed up here, I'm going to send an email. People will have a chance to do it, but anyone who orders during this webinar, like I said, you are guaranteed a spot, and you won't lose it. So again, we're getting stuff going. We're trying to move forward, make us money for all of us working together as a team. That's what it's all about. And make sure you get your people to come to to these webinars. Pretty soon we'll be starting the new team that you're going to be talking about, and you definitely want to be part of that and be there from the beginning, and we'll give you more information. So we got a lot of stuff coming, and a lot of it is really exciting, so I think you're going to like it. So thank you for coming. Thank you for spending your Saturday with us. Go out and enjoy the rest of the day, your families, your friends, and we'll catch you next time here at the Crazy Cash Club webinar update. Okay? Y'all take care, and bye-bye for now.